Greetings everyone, this is LIGHTSTAR and we are back for our 2023 channeled message from Ascended Master Hilarion that I do every year so that you can have a better idea of what's coming up and the energies that are coming forth in this next year. In the past, my channeled messages have also been published in the Sedona Journal of Emergence, and so you'll also find them there. And in this particular year, the predictions issue of 2023 and beyond is where you will find this particular channeled message, and it is called Acceleration of Conscious Choices, Ascended Master Hilarion through LIGHTSTAR. And so we begin with the channeled message. Enjoy! Greetings, beloveds. I greet you with the utmost love and brilliance. There is so much love in your world, even though most of you do not see it or feel it, especially in the past few years of time on your planet Earth, with its vast array of upheavals, disturbances, and suffering. Some of you might feel as if we are not with you because we are in the higher echelons of dimensions, but that is not the case. Our bandwidth of frequencies might seem out of touch, but it is accessible to all. We want you to be empowered, strengthened, and to carry the wisdom that you have the ability to rise above your suffering. All Ascended Masters are on active duty at this time and have been deployed in their respective areas of expertise. They are working with many of you as we speak. This is a time for all hands on deck, as you would say on your planet, including every dimension and planet within your solar system, and especially in this universe. It is a very crucial time, and many possibilities exist. We will describe some of the potentialities that might be in order for 2023, but please keep in mind that we utilize the term potentialities because there are many facets and moving parts that can shift, change, or transform timelines at any given moment. Indigo awakening and infusion. When we say we see many of you suffering in silence, we also see many awakening in masses on your planet. So while lower vibrations may be present, much goodness and greatness is coming within your collective consciousness as a whole. This mass awakening has been happening in great numbers, especially over the past several years, and even more so in 2022. This massive evolutionary process will be even more pronounced in the year 2023, for this will be a pivotal year for all who have awakened in the last wave, so to speak. This group of people who have recently awakened are encoded and have been infused with a very special combination of white diamond and indigo frequencies, even though they are not considered indigos. This particular group is very important to your future for a great shift to occur. They will share the consciousness of unity and unification, and they are motivated by a higher calling to restore humanity on the earth plane to a more evolved state of being. This new wave of energy, vibration, and movement towards sovereign self and connectivity with others is at the forefront of the coming wave of new energies. These people, as a collective, are striving for transformed communications and are initiating new ways of interacting on your planet. Even souls who might resonate more with being crystalline or rainbow in nature will also begin to identify much more with this new indigo factor as their inner vibrations continue to increase. They will feel compelled to create new systems, take actions, explore, develop new healing modalities, get involved in politics, change healthcare systems, and initiate new education, for example. While people of all bandwidths and frequencies will receive new encodements and spiritual instructions, Those who have recently awakened will receive higher concentrated forms of light codes because they have experienced awakening during the time in which chaotic nodes were present in extreme doses. When one awakens in a period of great upheaval and chaos, extra supplies of higher frequencies are infused within that individual to fuel their higher octaves and templates so they can effectively and efficiently shift energies rapidly. It is similar to when a diamond is created within the earth. The more pressure impressed on the crystal, the more beautiful the diamond that is created. These people carry new generator codes for spiritual expansion that will be initiated later in 2023. Dormant DNA activation. One area we see shifting in 2023 is DNA activation and an overall focus on metaphysics, most specifically in the area of extrasensory perception, ESP. This will come online for the collective consciousness in high doses. Many people on your planet who have already awakened have begun to activate more DNA strands and dormant DNA. These people will have heightened abilities in the areas of telepathy, clairvoyance, clairaudience, claircognizance, enhanced healing, airbending, psychometrics, telekinesis, remote viewing, and both precognition and retrocognition. You all have these capabilities within you, and we see more emphasis on moving in this direction of spiritual and metaphysical advancement. In the early stages of formulation of the ascension processes, a certain level of awakening occurs in which each person sees himself or herself as much grander and expanded than initially perceived. A wave of remembering will occur. It will seem as if you are learning something new, something you have not engaged within yourself before, but ultimately it is a remembering of who you are and what you have always been. That brilliant spark of the Creator is infused within the powerful light, love, and knowingness that resides within the matrix of your being. You will begin to see the initial stages of telepathic communication emerge as you realize that your mental field extends much farther than your mind. The awareness of your thoughts and where others' thoughts reside in the field around you will begin to blur. We and other masters on your planet have said often and in many ways to be conscious of your thoughts. The concept that you create your own reality has been true from the beginning, and it is also true that your individual thoughts shape and form your human realities through merging mental fields while you are communicating with your fellow humans, brothers and sisters. With this new exploration and unfoldment of your extrasensory gifts in 2023, do not overwhelm yourself by attempting to master all at once. Begin with telepathy, as this will be the easiest for you to master because you're already doing it every day without realizing it. Throughout the day, focus on a single thought, and then follow the energy trail. If you send a loving thought or message to someone, see whether they received it on their end. Begin tracking the progress as you unfold and develop your skills by bringing them into your daily routine. The repetition, awareness, and conscious practice of these innate skills will bring DNA activations and the unfoldment of DNA patterning into your life. These intuitive skill sets will also bring greater awareness to the collective consciousness. As you engage and begin to increase the dormant DNA within, you will continue the evolution of humanity's ascension. Refinement of government systems. In 2022, you witnessed an increased focus on your social justice systems. Due to the spotlight that occurred in this sector of your communities, you were able to see the inner workings of these organizations you have set for your law enforcement strategies. In 2023, you will see an initiation towards reformation of your justice systems. The focus will be more on refinement and restructuring of the systems, so they will be more fair and just. The overall emphasis will focus on the individual components and philosophies behind the current justice system and their true functions and purposes. Many will deeply question and search to find answers to the failings of court systems across the globe and inquire into these shortcomings to set things in new directions of balance. These concepts will fuse into a questioning of the entire system of government and government organizations, particularly the past and current roles they have played and their relevance for the people. I have spoken many times regarding the collapse of old systems and old paradigms. Many have questioned when this would occur, as it seems as if changes were only occurring incrementally. Yet if you have looked at the past few years, there is no doubt that this paradigm shift is occurring now in this timeline. You are approaching a pivotal choice point in 2023 that will usher in a wave of new thoughts towards reform. As a collective, you'll begin to see the consequences of the choices of the people in charge in full transparency as the past continues to be uncovered. Situations of unfairness buried in the past will resurrect and be seen this year. Hidden information will become revealed, and situations that have been dealt with unfairly and unjustly will be resurrected for reformation. Although you might not all agree on which direction to take collectively, the momentum will be on developing solutions and new systems. Artificial intelligence versus biological evolution. The relevance of biology versus artificial intelligence will also be in rivalry in 2023. As artificial intelligence has increasingly and rapidly come online in the past several years, polarity splits have also risen. Some people believe strongly in organic human evolution, while others believe just as strongly that artificial intelligence and cybernetics are the wave of the future. This polarity will increase, but a growing number of people will want to unite both sides. Regardless, many will choose the path of artificial reality, and this will be their choice. Realize that this is an internal decision on which I will expand on in a moment, but be aware that 2023 is a great choice point in this area. Those who choose to continue on the path of organic evolution will experience the enhancement and expansion of creator abilities, and those who choose the path of evolving with robotic assistance will set a different path that does not include the spiritual unfoldment of the DNA gifts. This group will experience something similar to the enhancement of gifts, but it will not have the signature of the Creator within its matrix. Thus, the power, potency, and potentiality will be greatly diminished. This idea is similar to the concept that an original painting carries all the energetic signatures, light codes, potency, creator energies, emotions, and magic of the original painter. All those paintbrush peaks and valleys of the oil or acrylic on the canvas are alive with texture and life. Once the painting is reproduced and transformed into a digital print, even though it still carries a certain percentage and potency of the original, now the fusion of those living energies and the creator contained in the original painting have been diluted. The reproduced painting carries more of the visual aesthetic qualities than it does the original high-frequency code imprints. It might look the same on the exterior, but it does not carry the same vibrancy as the original. This is not to say that all artificial intelligence is negative. However, it is in the manner in which the robotically developed entities are utilized and the focus behind what they are intended to do. Your individual biological and energetically imprinted creator matrix was not intended to be replaced by artificial matrices. Rather, the creation of your body structure, organs, tissues, glands, and chakra system was intended to be an ever-expansive and powerful beacon of energetic flow, intimately connected to higher frequencies of light originating directly from Creator Source energy. That is who you are, and that is where you originated from. Having said this, we do not impose any judgment on those who choose the cybernetic path. We just mean for you to be keenly aware that if this is the choice you make, and you make the choice fully conscious with free will, your choice will be irreversible. Therefore, we cannot stress this enough, that you be very aware of what you integrate into your physical body and how you utilize your computer systems, cell phones, and other devices in your environment. These will all be affected by different forms of electronic communication systems. If you interact with these devices, you will also be influenced by artificial intelligences. If you choose the biological way of spiritual evolution and ascension, and you still interact with your devices, which will include many of you on your planet, please shield yourself from the lower frequencies so you can utilize your devices without negative influences affecting your energy field. There are many ways to do this, including infusing and replenishing your energy in nature. Make sure to shield your energy before utilizing devices and cleanse your auric and etheric energy bodies after use by surrounding your fields with golden green light. You have a choice in the amount of artificial intelligence you engage with on a daily basis, so please choose wisely. The positive ascending timeline. In 2023, there will be a focus on the reintegration of the positive ascending timeline. As in the past few years, the timeline was derailed to a certain extent, although not forever. Some of the positive momentum occurring in the trajectory of the timeline a few years ago was changed as dark forces inserted themselves in an attempt to maneuver the scales in their preferred direction. The Guardians of Worlds allowed this to evolve to a certain extent because it was valuable in serving a specific purpose. The negative events began a chain reaction that would ultimately result in the mass spiritual awakening that you have begun to experience in this timeline. You have a saying on Earth that sometimes it feels as if you are all taking one step forward and 2 steps back. However, I wish for you to see all the inner workings of the shifting timelines more from the perspective of taking 2 steps back and 3 steps forward, for that will be the momentum, and that's what it will feel like for you in 2023, and even more so in 2024. Look at 2023 as your time out for rebuilding your energetics, so that you will be more prepared for eye-opening events that come in 2024. And yes, I did say energetics rather than energetics. This will be an important distinction in 2023. It might feel as though chaos abounds, and you might wonder, how can you possibly work on your inner world when the outer world is in such disarray? That is precisely why it is so vital for you to work on what I have named as your energetics. When you shift your inner energy, this serves to correct your outer expression in the world. To shift your timeline and keep it going in a positive trajectory, you must have a certain level of balance within your connected fields of energy. This will serve to stabilize Gaia, Earth, and also the cosmic waves of light that have been pouring and will continue to pour into your bodies and DNA from the galactic center. You all have already begun the process of mass conscious awakening, and in 2023 you will begin to shift your focus as a collective toward the high octaves of peace, harmony, love for one another, and unification. It starts on the inside as you make good use of all the cosmic waves you have already received. Integrate these energies within. Visualize and know that the timeline has already shifted towards positive ascension, despite what the external world might display. See that as completed. Ask your higher self to show you this completed template and bring you evidence of this occurring, and you will see it. Do not look for the evidence from your world's media and broadcasting channels, but rather from your own inner channel. The creation process. The giant leap of evolution has already begun on Earth. In 2023, you will begin to see the external evidence of this movement towards a higher functioning world. In the past few years, it is as if you have been building layers of a cake. As each layer bakes and rises to a certain level, you watch and know when each individual layer of the cake is complete. You create your masterpiece by placing each layer on top of the other one by one, building higher and higher as you continually access each layer of the cake for point of reference. As you move forward in your experiences this year, always remember the foundational layer of that cake that came before it. There will come a time when your cake is fully completed, adorned with all the delicious frosting and glorious toppings of your liking. Then, as you enjoy the luscious cake, you will recall that the fulfillment came from the process of creating this cake, the creation of it, the joy that went into it, and also some of the frustrations. Sometimes the layer of your cake might deflate, overcook, or undercook in the process, but you can always begin again. You have all the ingredients, the full recipe, and the wisdom and experience from what you would term your past failed cake that provided lessons for you to rebuild, replenish, and finally enjoy your cake. I send much love to all of you in this great time of excitement, adventure, and evolution of your collective cake masterpieces in the making. We in the higher realms and dimensions are here for you all. No one is excluded or outcast from love. We send higher love frequencies at all times. They are just within your reach to open your heart. Feel the love within your energetics and from the higher echelons of love that are beaming into your world always and forever. Be well, be positive, be light, be love. Master Hilarion.